Welcome to my channel. Today's scary story is titled, He Woke Up and Couldn't Move, and it was submitted by our user, Amelia Perez. The wind outside the house was absolutely insane. I was staying at my boyfriend's grandmother's home for the night. Since we had been driving around for 3 days straight and needed a break, my boyfriend Michael and I were in one of the guest rooms with a queen-size bed. The room was a decent size, with a door that led out to a patio. The patio was enclosed, so it was unlike you could fall off or anything if you were sleepwalking. There was also a window in the room that opened up to let in some fresh air. It was freezing cold outside, but inside the temperature was just right. We were both tired from our trip, so we went to bed early. Around 3 a.m., I woke up and turned over to go back to sleep when I felt something brush against my arm. First, I thought it was a bug, but then I felt it again. I tried to sit up and scream, but I couldn't move. I was completely paralyzed. I started to panic. What was it? Why couldn't I move? I started trying to get Michael's attention by lightly kicking him in the side. He stirred, mumbled something, and rolled away from me. I panicked even more. I didn't want to be mean, but I started elbowing him in the ribs as hard as I could. Finally, he woke up. "What the hell, babe? It's 3 a.m, he said groggily. I tried to speak, but no sound came out. I tried again. Michael, help. He sat up and immediately noticed the wild look on my face.
What's wrong? Why can't you move?
I frantically shook my head, trying to indicate that I don't know, but I was too scared to make any sudden movements. Michael screamed, "Don't move! Don't move!" I didn't realize that I had been moving until he told me not to. I stopped myself from moving and realized that my whole body was shaking. Michael got up and started pacing the room. "Stay calm. Whatever it is, it'll be gone by the time it gets light outside," he said. But I wasn't calm. I was terrified. I tried to sit up, but my whole body just shook violently. Michael reached out and grabbed my shoulders to keep me down. "Don't move. Please don't move. It'll be fine," he said. But I could feel whatever was sitting on my chest move. I tried to take a deep breath, but I couldn't. Whatever it was blocking my airway. After what felt like an eternity, I felt myself start to black out. Then I remember nothing. The morning after, of course, sleeping past my alarm, Michael went to the bathroom to take a shower. Must have showered for an hour, because he took his sweet-ass time. I figured that I would be able to move by now, so I tried to get out of bed. Michael stopped me. "Let me do that," he said. I nodded, still too weak to actually speak. I felt sick to my stomach and ended up throwing up all over the place. Michael cleaned me up while I laid back down in bed. Finally, I was able to get up and go to the bathroom. I looked in the mirror and I looked terrible. My eyes were wide and bloodshot. I looked like a zombie. After throwing up, I brushed my teeth and washed my face. I splashed water on my face and looked in the mirror. I blinked rapidly, trying to clear my vision. As I did, I noticed a small cut above my left eyebrow. It was only a tiny cut, but it was enough to catch my eye. I reached out and touched it. It was very sensitive. I winced at the touch, and that's when I noticed something else. Looked around the rest of my face for more cuts. That's when I saw them. All over my face were small cuts, like little scratches. Were all over my cheeks, across my nose, and above my lips. They weren't very deep, but they were definitely there. I freaked out. I ran back to the bedroom and woke Michael up. "Michael, come quickly." "I think I was attacked last night," I said, my voice trembling. I pointed to the cuts on my face. Michael sat up and instantly panicked. "Oh God, I'm going to get you checked out right now," he said. He helped me get dressed, and we went downstairs to meet Michael's grandmother. His grandmother was a kind woman with white hair and wrinkled skin. She always seemed nice, but she gave off this aura that made me think she was hiding something. Her eyes were sharp and seemed to pierce right through you. When she heard about my cuts, she immediately called 911, and I was taken to the hospital. When the paramedics arrived, they asked me questions about what happened, but I really couldn't tell them much. All I remembered was waking up and being unable to move. Of course, I told them about the bug crawling on me and how Michael and his grandmother had reacted. But the paramedics just smiled and wrote things down. On the way to the hospital, I asked one of the paramedics what he thought happened to me. "I'm just guessing, ma'am, but I think you were probably sleep paralyzed and hallucinated a bug crawling on you. You were probably stressed from your trip, and that triggered the sleep paralysis." I thanked her for the insight. Maybe I was just tired and imagining things. Maybe it was just a bug. Maybe Michael and his grandmother knew something that I didn't. At the hospital, I received stitches on my eyebrow and was given painkillers for the pain and swelling. The doctor on duty said that my case was interesting and that they would run tests to determine whether or not I had been scratched by an animal. So far, no word on what the results are, but I'm hoping it was just a cat or something. The cuts aren't too bad, but they are very painful. So here's the thing. The reason that I'm telling this story today is because I never found out what happened to me that night. I told the police, and they said that they would look into it. They never called me back. I talked to Michael about it, but he acted like it never happened. He was weird about it. It was super odd. I thought that we were going to be open and honest about it, but he shut down and got angry. I do want to know if he thinks that I'm making it up, or if he knows what happened to me, and he's hiding it. I tried to forget about it, but I can't because every time that I close my eyes, I see it. I see that bug crawling on me. I hear the scratching noises. I feel myself being paralyzed. I wake up screaming and crying. If anybody has any insight on what might have happened, please leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to check out my podcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Here's another scary story that you can watch. If you want to submit your own story, here's how you can do it.